While it may be possible for some people to simultaneously pay down some debt and invest for the future as part of a well-rounded approach to wealth management, this will depend on the specifics of their own situation. But hopefully you'll be able to use the information presented in this video to investigate available options and settle on a strategy that's best suited to your needs and objectives. If you're in the fortunate position of receiving a monthly windfall, you may be wondering how best to invest that money. Should you put that money toward paying off debt or into investments? The correct response is highly nuanced and depends on a number of factors, including your personal financial status. Therefore, it is important to think about your current financial situation, the potential rates of return for each option, and other factors. Make sure you have a handle on your day-to-day finances by establishing a budget, if you don't already have one, before you start saving for either of these goals. Your monthly expenses and income should be itemized and compared to help you better manage your money and gain insight into where your hard-earned dollars are going. Why knowing your monthly income and expenses is so crucial. Adhering to a budget will give you greater control over your money and allow you to put as much as possible toward each category, which will ultimately increase your net worth, while laying the groundwork for a secure financial future. After calculating how much you can put toward either paying down debt or investing, you'll need to decide which one is more important to you. Securities like stocks, bonds, and mutual funds are common examples. The good news is that the value of these cars will only increase over time. Conversely, debt is money that you've already spent and for which you're being charged interest by your lender. Only the interest you pay adds to the total amount owed, increasing both your principal balance and your interest expense. This is the general principle when it comes to financial investments. Making investments only makes sense if the interest you earn is greater than the interest you are paying on your debts. Your comfort level with potential loss is another factor to think about. When it comes to eliminating debt, investing can be a good choice for those who are willing to take a risk and aren't too worried about the ups and downs of the market. Debt carries a relatively high interest rate, so there are good reasons to prioritize its reduction over investment during the first year. This is particularly true of credit card debt. Another factor to consider when deciding whether or not to consolidate debt is the impact on one's credit score, which can have a direct impact on one's ability to secure future loans, such as a home mortgage or car loan. Your credit score affects more than just your ability to borrow money at favorable interest rates. It can also have repercussions in other areas of your life. Paying off debt, especially if you have a lot of it, can be the right choice for a number of reasons, including insurance premiums, rental restrictions, and the likelihood of employment. The human mind is also an important consideration. Avoid losing any more sleep over debt payments if at all possible, even if investing could potentially yield a higher rate of return. It's not as if you have to choose between investing and paying down debt. Why choose between investing and making necessary purchases or clearing debt? Your financial position incorporates your investments in your debt. To maximize your net worth, you should prioritize maximizing both your assets and minimizing your debts. To do so, you should allocate as much of your cash flow as possible toward achieving these goals. Ideally, all of your free cash flow after you've paid for all of your necessary expenses. Pay off high-interest debts first, such as credit cards. If you have credit card debt and are also an investor, you're probably losing money, because you're paying more in interest on your debt than you are earning from your investments. Unless you have a very large portfolio, it's not necessary to be quite so aggressive with low-interest debts, like mortgages and student loans. If you want to amass wealth, you need to learn how to invest your money, but before you do, you need to make sure you're prepared. In most cases, paying off credit card debt is going to provide a better return on investment than just about anything else you could do with the money. This is especially true if you have a lot of credit card debt and are therefore unable to invest much of it. The only time this is acceptable is if your company offers a 401k matching contribution for your retirement savings. The money your employer adds to your 401k or other retirement plan is essentially free. It is common practice for companies to match employee contributions at 50% or 100%, up to a predetermined percentage of salary, but the exact return you receive will depend on the company's matching percentage. So, if you invest enough to get the full employer match, you might get a return of 50% to 100%. Financial experts recommend setting aside at least 15% of your annual income in a retirement savings account as a first step. Whether you do this through a 401k at work or an IRA at home is up to you, but you should never let an opportunity to save money, such as an employer match, pass you by. How risky you are willing to be when planning for retirement is a key factor. Stocks carry more uncertainty than bonds, but mutual funds can help spread the risk. Your risk tolerance can be determined by your income, age, lifestyle, and the timing of your needs. And they can help provide diversification among stocks, bonds, and other investments to reduce the risk from each investment taken separately. Debt can completely derail your financial goals, it eats away at your savings. And it can offset the gains you make through investing. However, if you make wise investments, you may be able to increase your chances of a larger payoff, making the gamble worthwhile. Bear in mind that there is no assurance that your investment will increase in value. Rates of return, whether stated as average or likely, are typically calculated based on results over a long period of time. There is a chance that the market will go through periods of higher highs and lower lows. In the short term, if you decide not to make any investments, before putting any extra money toward investments, you should try to at least make the minimum monthly payments on your debt if you decide to stop paying it off entirely. It's crucial that you keep up with your required minimum payments. The minimum payments on your debts should be viewed as a fixed expense, and should be made after you've covered your basic needs. To avoid a drop in creditworthiness that could make it more difficult to get approved for loans in the future, it's best to start investing while you're still young so that your money has the most time to grow. Due to market volatility, however, investing is not without risk. It's possible to be let down if you put too much stock in seeing your balance grow rapidly. There is always room to adjust your financial plan. If you're unhappy with your current allocation of funds or if your financial situation changes, you may want to reconsider. All that matters is that you're making plans for your own financial security. Before putting any spare cash toward your objectives, you should establish an emergency fund. If you don't have a financial safety net in place, it's important to have an emergency fund with enough money to cover living expenses for 3 to 6 months. You're just one car accident, emergency medical bill, or other unexpected expense away from being even further in the red. Those who are concerned about losing their source of income are among those who value creating a sizable emergency fund. To prioritize investing over paying down debt, set up automatic deposits so that you can stick to your investment plan over time. The cushion provided by your safety net will allow you to focus on saving, investing, and paying down debt, allowing you to get closer to your long-term financial goals. Whether they be retirement, buying a home, sending their kids to college, or something else entirely. Remember that there is room for middle ground. In other words, you can give attention to more than one thing simultaneously. If you do, it may take you longer to get started on each of your goals, which could slow down your progress. The optimal way forward. Eliminating debt while increasing investment is the key to financial security in the long run. Taking this method can help you become more financially responsible and ensure that every dollar you earn goes toward your goals. Find a middle ground where everything is satisfactory. Even though it may take longer to accomplish each objective this way, you may end up with a stronger financial footing from which to tackle debt and invest wisely. Remember that while it is inevitable that you will have to repay principal, investment returns are not. It is well known that early investors can benefit from compounding and time in the market. But there are no magic numbers. Investment performance will vary over time. And it is possible to experience losses as well as gains. That's why it's crucial to collaborate with a financial advisor to develop an investment plan that's tailored to your specific needs and goals. Having a bit of a financial cushion is ideal when weighing investment and debt options. Be a long-term thinker. Envision where you want to be in the next decade or so, and then figure out what steps you can take right now that will help you get there. It's up to you to decide whether you want to put your money into investments or into reducing your debt. But either way is preferable to frivolous spending. Your current financial situation will improve significantly. Check out the description for a link to download my retirement savings and budget guide. Well, I appreciate you all tuning in. Please give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful, and consider subscribing to our channel for future financial advice. Take care.